in this video, I am going to walk you through a phenomenal online resource called myfitnesspal. This is a calorie counting program. It's a whole calorie counting database meant for you to keep track of everything that you eat and even your workouts. There's a whole section on keeping track of your workouts and exercises as well. However, most people use it as a calorie counter. Now the cool thing is that myfitnesspal.com, that's the website, myfitnesspal.com, there's an entire online website for it here that has tons of cool tools and resources, which I'm going to cover in this video. But there's also an app for your phone. So if you have a smartphone, whether it's Android or Apple or I don't know I think it's only available for those two, but if you have like any smartphone pretty much, you can download the app for your phone and you can have all these features on the go. So it makes keeping track of everything that you eat incredibly simple. Alright, and so and you can track everything down to like if you go out to eat, you can type it in and it's going to be in the database. If you if you make your own meal in the morning or at night, or whenever you're making your meals, you can enter them then. It's very, very easy to keep track of everything. So anyway, all you have to do is go to myfitnesspal.com, and the first thing you're going to want to do when you get here is click the sign up now link. Because if you probably don't have an account on here yet if you're new to the site. So I will create a new account. Just test account 1. Actually, I'm going to add my email address and finish filling in the information here. So you just put in your email address, create a password. You can sign up to receive the free email, the email newsletter that they send out, which I would, by the way. I would recommend this because you get a lot of interesting tips and recipes for really good food that's very healthy for you. So I would recommend that you do that. If you don't, though, you don't have to, obviously. But anyway, so just fill out a username, an email address, and a password, and click continue. I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so after you fill out your account information, you're on step 2 of 3, and all you have to do is fill out your information here. So if you don't know this, obviously you're going to have to. You can, if you don't have a scale, you can either go to a doctor's office or you can go to your local gym. They're always, they always have a scale in your gym. I'm going to put 180 pounds here. My goal weight is going to be 170. Oh, actually, let's do this. I think I'm 190, to be honest with you. And so my goal weight is 175. I am 5'11", so this is me personally, but whatever. So I'm a male. Born June 28th, 1983. Okay, and let me finish filling out this stuff here. Okay, zip code, and how would you describe your normal daily activities? Spend most of the day sitting. So most people, and this really depends on what you do personally, but if you spend most of your day at a desk, then you're probably going to click this one. I'm up and I move around, but it's not like I do like crazy physical activity, so I'll just put lightly active. How many times a week do you plan on exercising? Now this is really going to depend on what you're doing currently for your diet. I like to exercise between 3 to 4 days a week, so I'm going to pick 4, and we'll say I work out for about 40 minutes a pop. So that's between like any cardio or weightlifting or whatever. So that's me personally, and my goal is to lose 1 pound per week, recommended. I'm going to stick with that. So save and continue. And actually I'm going to skip this. You can invite friends if you want to. You don't have to, though. But anyway, then it's going to take you to this stage here where it says account created up in the top right corner. So what it does is it takes your average weight, or it takes the weight that you put in, and it calculates from the weight that you from your goal weight how many calories per day you should be having. It calculates how many carbs per day you should be having, how many grams of fat, how many grams of protein. So it calculates all this stuff for each day. It breaks it all down for you, which makes it really cool. And then even like the fitness goals. So if you're going to work out 40 minutes 4 times per week, then your average goals for calories is to burn 1,110 calories per week. And if you follow this plan, and it breaks all this down for you. This is why it's so cool. Projected weight loss is 1 pound per week, so you should lose 5 pounds by November 14th. So it calculates everything from how many calories you should eat per day and all the breakdown of that, carbs, fat, and proteins, to how many times you should work out, or how many calories you should burn given how many times and how long you want to work out each week. And then it even tells you how long until you're going to hit your projected goal for your whatever you want to weigh. So that's it. So quick there to get started. And let me walk you through the back office here. So now after you log into myfitnesspal from here on out, this is the screen that you're going to see. And you can see that we're logged in here. Now there's different tabs across the top of the screen. My home, food, exercise, reports, tools, community. The first thing that I want to mention here is along the side you're going to see recent forum topics, myfitnesspal news, popular blog posts. There is a very extensive forum and blog associated with myfitnesspal. It's one of the best resources that this site has going for it, actually, apart from all the other things that it does. There is a very active forum of users that are like you that use myfitnesspal to lose weight. But on the forum here, there's tons of interesting things. New posts and new conversations are being started almost like on an hourly basis, if not more. And there's people that post recipes in there. They post workouts that are working for them. Different foods that they eat. Different ways to use myfitnesspal. All these amazing resources. So it's a very active community of other like-minded people that have the same goals and interests as you. To lose weight, to just overall be healthy, to change their lifestyle and incorporate more health and smart choices into their everyday life. So it's a very excellent resource for you to use. I would highly recommend doing that. Or at least perusing it. Get ideas for recipes or something, or for workouts or exercises that are going to help you in your journey for weight loss and just getting in shape and being healthy overall. So now getting back into the meat and potatoes here, no pun intended, but whatever your goal was, so it's going to tell you how many calories per day you have. And so what you do is, like, let's say you want to track what you're going to have for breakfast. So all you'd have to do is go into track food, and you can put in everything that you eat for every meal of the day, including snacks. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner plus snacks. And every time you add a food in here, so let's say you have 2 eggs for breakfast, and you have them on an English muffin. So here's all you have to do. Do large grade A egg. That's the kind that I buy. I buy them at Walmart, as a matter of fact. It's like $2 for a dozen. So large grade A eggs, and I think they're Sunny Farms, unless I miss my guess. So yeah, so Sunny Farms. So let's say I have 2 eggs and an egg white. So I would change this to 2 servings of 1 egg, and I'm going to add it to breakfast. So click Add Food to Diary. And so what happens there is, all you do is, so you'd go, for my breakfast, let's say I was entering everything that I was having for breakfast. So I had 2 whole eggs. Actually, what I usually do is I have 3 eggs in my, I scramble up 3 eggs, and so 2 whole eggs and 1 egg white. And I put it on a whole wheat English muffin, and I put avocado slices on it and a couple tablespoons of salsa, and that's usually my breakfast, with a glass of milk, optionally. That is what I like to have for breakfast. It's healthy, it's filling. I get good monounsaturated fats from the avocado. I get protein from the eggs. I get carbs from the whole wheat muffin, or from the whole wheat English muffin, which is good in the morning because you're depleting your body of all that nutrition from overnight. You're basically fasting during the evening when you're sleeping. So it's good to get carbs in you first thing in the morning. Grade A egg whites. Okay, so yeah, very nutritious breakfast. So I am going to craft this breakfast within myfitnesspal. So We're going to add that to food diary. And so what you're doing is you just basically go right down the list. Now you're going to be shocked at how many food items are within the database of MyFitnessPal. There are literally, I think there's like millions. I've never not found what I looked for in here. So I would really put it to the challenge, like whatever you have to eat, for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or wherever you buy it from, you're going to find it in here, because if it's not in here, you can actually add it yourself so other people can use it. But the fact of the matter is, I've never found something in here, or I've never eaten something and tried to enter something that wasn't already in this database. So let me keep going. So whole wheat English muffin. And I don't know the name of it, to be honest with you. If I see it, maybe I'll remember it. Oh, that's not working. Okay, whatever. So I'll just pick actually, I've had this before. So English muffin, 100% whole wheat. We'll do that one, because it's probably going to be close enough. I mean, the calories are going to be very almost equivalent with the whole wheat English muffins, I would imagine, at least. Okay, and bam, add to food diary. See, this is easy. This is simple. And best of all, the app for your phone makes it even easier, because you just like tap and scroll and tap and scroll and type it in, and it's very, very easy to work this, as you can see. Okay, just added that. And last thing is the avocado. So again, add food, and this time, usually I have a few slices of the avocado. I think it's about like half. So just do half, if there's half in here. Okay, so it's not a Haas avocado. Avocado, I guess. Grams. Actually, you know what? No, it's great value, because I buy it at Walmart, so it has to be. So in this case, now it's not one serving. It's 0.5, so it's half of a serving. And I'm going to add to food diary. And so here we go. So about 400 calories for this meal. Actually, well, and I do a little dollop of salsa too. But that's like 15 calories. So actually, how is it? Well, I want to be accurate, so I'm going to do it anyway. So add food, and then it is actually the great value garlic lime, it's something like this. Garlic lime salsa. It's delicious, by the way. It's like $2 for a massive jar at Walmart. Maybe I should put salsa on the end of that. See if they have it in their database. Alright, see, and very unsurprisingly, they do have it. Great value, lime and garlic salsa, mild. So click there. 2 tablespoons is a serving. Let's check this out. So 2 tablespoons of the salsa, which quite possibly can make even the most foul-tasting thing taste delicious. 15 calories. So it has basically like nothing, and it makes anything taste delicious. So salsa, by the way, is a very easy way to add flavor to anything. You know, it has like virtually like no stats to it. 15 calories is nothing. And, 2 tablespoons is actually a lot, and you can put it on anything to make it taste good. So even like the most bland chicken or egg, I like it on my egg sandwiches, on my breakfast sandwiches here. I like it on my eggs, period. I'm one of those kind of people, but salsa makes anything taste good. Alright, it makes the world go round, especially for people on diets that eat otherwise relatively bland food. If they don't know how to spice it up, bam, throw a couple tablespoons of salsa on there. But anyway, so 418 calories, I'm right around where I want to be for my meal here. And so that's all you have to do. So then I'm done with breakfast, and what I'd want to do to close this out for now, and let's say I drink 2 cups of water, or well, just like 1 cup of water. So 1 cup of water. Then I can complete this entry, so I can click there, and then it would complete that for not for the day. You can go back and re-enter stuff as you want to. That's what I do. After every meal, or actually either before or after every meal, I make sure to track exactly what I have. Usually I do it through my phone, and it updates on the website here too. But you can remove things by clicking the little minus here if you you know, if you put this in before you eat your meal and you end up not eating something, then just click the little minus and it will remove it for you. So very easy to do. You can go through, sometimes what I like to do if I have to work during the day, I will plan out my meals. I'll plan out my breakfast, my lunch, and then a snack before I even go to work, and I'll actually enter everything in advance, and then my dinner, whatever I decide to have for dinner that night, then I can enter that later. But that way it plans everything out, and as if you notice here, so you have the calories, the carbs, the fat, and the protein. If you scroll down for the totals section here, it actually totals everything out for you. So for the day, as of right now, this is only one meal that I have entered here, and it has totals for this meal. But I've had 403 calories, 33 that's carbs, 21 grams of fat, and 22 grams of protein. So I'm doing really well. And for the day, I have almost 1,600 calories left to eat for the day. So very cool, and it even tracks, you know, so this is remaining, so how much remaining calories, carbs, fat, and protein you have for the day until you hit your goals. Now, obviously, the calories you don't want to exceed. However, if you add exercises into your daily planner here, which is under the exercise tab, it'll actually give you back calories. So now you want to be careful with that, though. You want to have a set amount of calories you have per day, but by exercising, you are allowed more calories in the day than normal. So just click complete this entry to, you know, to actually like update it in the website here, and you're good to go. Now, one other thing that I'd like to mention here is that I typically have the same meals, if not on a daily basis, then on a weekly basis. And the cool thing with myfitnesspal here is that, granted, it didn't take long at all to enter this meal here. However, you can go to Quick Tools and you can click Remember Meal. And if you click Remember Meal, it'll actually save that meal for you. So you can go back and quickly enter it at a later time. So you can name this breakfast sandwich 1. So in case you have more than one breakfast sandwich. So breakfast sandwich 1, and save it. So now let's say tomorrow I go to, or let's say I want to have that breakfast sandwich for lunch or something. So add food, and you can click on My Meals, and you can add this breakfast sandwich. So if you have one breakfast sandwich, then click on Add Checked, and then it will actually update that for lunch for you as well. So it's a very, very easy way. So it's a very cool way, to speed up using the system here. So you can have all these little shortcuts. On my main MyFitnessPal account, I actually have all of the meals that I have. I think I tracked it for a whole month, and I've saved all my meals in the system. So, you know, it's very, very easy. It takes about like maybe 15 to 20 seconds to enter everything in I have every day. You know, so, and what I do is I plan everything out each day. So I spend, you know, like 15-20 minutes prepping the entire meal plan for the following day, and then I enter it in MyFitnessPal in the morning. So I plan everything out during you know, the previous night, and then the following morning I enter everything in MyFitnessPal. And not only do I have my meals already planned out, but I already have them entered in MyFitnessPal. I know exactly where I am with calories, and I track everything down to the T. And that's how I've experienced the results that I have so far. So I just wanted to show you here how you can actually use MyFitnessPal to do the same thing. So very cool. So there's that. Other things you can do are exercises. And by the way, and also one more thing that I want to mention with the food. With the food, as you enter things, by the way, so let's say, let me go back to food real quick, and let me go to add food under breakfast real quick. Okay, so we're here, and so if you're in breakfast and you go to add food, it actually remembers all the food, you know, maybe the last like 20 different items that you've actually entered. So it makes this really convenient as well. So let's say you have like 2 eggs again, but all you have is like, let's say you make an omelet of like 2 eggs and 3 egg whites. So all you have to do is, you know, check this because they're already saved, and this is kind of like your recent history. So, and even right here, so you have recent, you have my foods, my meals, so you can save foods. If you have a lot of foods on a regular basis, you can save them in this section here. But so let's say I have, you know, I switch it up a little bit. Instead of having the breakfast sandwich, I have 3 eggs, so we'll change that to 3. and check this with 2 egg whites. So check that, click on add checked, and it's going to add those to the food diary. So that is right here, or so it's at the bottom. So right here, I mean, this right here would only be, you know, what, 250 calories? So I could even have more if I wanted to on top of that. So I could have a pretty decent sized omelet. You know, it has a goodly amount of protein, very low in calories, very healthy for you. I could have, you know, a glass of milk on top of that. I could have, you know, an apple or something, and that would fill me up. So 5 eggs and an apple with a glass of milk would fill most people up for breakfast. But anyway, I just want to show you other things that you can do with that. So moving on though to let's go to the exercise tab real quick. And the cool thing with this is that they have a very, very wide variety of exercises, both cardiovascular and strength training. Now, me personally, I actually play a lot of racquetball. I'm a very competitive racquetball player. And I was pretty shocked to find that in here. So under cardiovascular, go to add exercise, and you know, let's say you walk on a treadmill for a half an hour, or you do interval training for half an hour, or something like that. You can type in treadmill or walking. I typed in racquetball, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're not going to have this, you know, because I play competitive racquetball. And lo and behold, they had competitive racquetball. So if they have competitive racquetball in here, safe to say they're going to have anything else. So usually I play for about like 45 minutes to an hour, so I'm going to put 60 minutes here. So look at calories burned, 862. But now watch what happens. So if I click on add exercise, it's going to add the exercise into my daily plan. And so it's going to show you. And so, you know, if you do multiple things here, it's going to show you multiple things. But so then after I do that, and I click on my home, then look what happens. It gives me those calories back, which is kind of a good and a bad thing, because you don't want to be like, oh, hey, you know, I just worked out for an hour and burned 800 calories, now I can have a cinnamon scone. You know, it's not like that, all right? You got to moderate it, you know, so that's where you may want to ignore the numbers that it adds here, but safe to say, you know, it will keep track of the positive and negative calories that you consume and or burn on a daily basis, which is really cool. So you know exactly where you are with everything. And it makes keeping track of everything really easy, whether it's food or exercising, and that's the beauty of myfitnesspal. And again, it comes in an app form too, so if you have a smartphone, you can use it for there. Very, very universal tool. Now, a couple other things that I want to highlight here. So I talked a little bit in the beginning of the video about the forum that they have here and about the blog that they have. So I would very highly encourage you to check out both of those. And what you're going to want to do before you do that, though, is you want to go to the profile tab here. And in the profile tab, you want to fill out your profile. So first of all, you know, it's a community forum, right? So you're going to interact with people. You want to put a picture of yourself here. It could be whatever picture you want. You know, you want to fill out the About Me section. You just want to fill all this stuff out. You know, and as you lose weight, you're going to have your progress here displayed on the site. So, you know, people can see if, you know, how much weight you've actually lost, which is very encouraging. And, you know, people will step out of the comfort zone and congratulate you and say, hey, you know, I saw you lost like 30 pounds. It's awesome. Good job. Keep it up. So it's a very, you know, it's almost like a camaraderie thing. You know, people are very supportive and helpful in this forum and in this community, which is why it's an incredible tool outside of just a calorie counter and a fitness tracker. So fill out the, you know, why I want to get in shape part here, inspirations. You can actually, you know, request people to be your friend on here. You can also connect with your current friends via Facebook or email or some other methods, you know, and find out who actually uses this that's in your current friend base right now. And that's actually pretty surprising to see as well. So use that to your benefit. So you can, and that's under the invite friends. The invite friends link right at the top here. So that kind of comes full circle. So really, you're going to be using this for the calorie counter, for the food tracker here, and you're going to use it for tracking exercises. You can use it to weigh in, so you can keep track of everything. You know, you can update your profile and hit the message boards and interact with other people. You know, it's a very interactive thing. So honestly, like, I'm on here more than I'm on my bank's website. You know, because this is something that you're going to do on a daily basis. Like, if you're going to keep track of your calories on a daily basis, you need to go on there and enter, you know, the meals that you have every single time you sit down and put something in your mouth to eat. So you're going to be interacting with this thing a lot. So it's very it's to your benefit to get to using this and learn how to use it and familiarize yourself with the interface, which is what I'm attempting to show you with this video. So we've covered how to add food, we covered how to track your exercises, how to update your profile. Those are the basics of MyFitnessPal. So use this to your benefit. All right, it's a very easy way to track food, to measure what you eat, to see how far you've come, how far you have left to go. And the old saying is, what doesn't get measured doesn't get improved, and that is absolutely fundamental to weight loss and to getting in shape. And I know this from personal experience. All right, so if you start measuring what you're doing, if you start keeping track of what you're eating, what you're putting in your body, and the nutrition behind it, and you can see where you are, where you need to go, it's just going to be so much easier for you in the long run and in the short run, for actually getting down to your goal weight and getting in shape and just overall being healthy and enjoying a healthy lifestyle. So that's MyFitnessPal. Go ahead and create your account now, sign up, use it. It is only going to help you out. So I hope this video has helped you, and we'll talk soon.